Hi guys, today, as you can see, we're at Monster Gym. This is in Chesson, and we're going to be filming with Karlos Vemola today, who's our UFC sponsored cage fighter. Hello, my name's Darren Nicholhurst. I'm Garnell Nutrition's sponsored bodybuilder. I'm here today with Karlos Vemola, who is our sponsored cage fighter for the UFC. And today I'm going to be asking some questions that you guys have sent in via email. So, Karlos, how you doing?
Oh, man, how you doing?
The first question I want to ask you is, at what age did you start training and doing your martial arts?
Well, I started training when I was about 6 years old. It wasn't exactly martial arts, but wrestling. I started back in the Czech Republic with my dad. He's a wrestling coach. He got his wrestling gym, quite a big gym back in Czech Republic. So I started doing wrestling when I was 6.
6. But I understand from what you told me before that you were quite successful at that for quite a number of years.
Yeah, well, when I was doing wrestling, yeah, I became 6-time national champion in wrestling. Yeah, so yeah, I was doing it on professional level. I was only young then, you know what I mean. I started competing when I was 10 till about 15 till I left, and within the 5 years I became 6 times Czech Republic wrestling champion.
That's quite impressive, really. I understand you got into bodybuilding as well. What was the transition from wrestling to bodybuilding? How did you decide to do that?
Yeah, that's what I basically left wrestling for. I left wrestling for bodybuilding. I mean, you see all these movies, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all these people, and plus I was quite small wrestler as well, you know. So I was only competed in low, like a weight category. So I thought I wanted to get myself in a bit of shape, get a bit bigger, and as you know, once you start a bit of bodybuilding, once you start know about it, before you know, it just take you all over and you leave everything behind you and start just doing that.
Before we go any further, Karlos is actually known as the Czech Terminator, probably from his voice and the fact that he likes Arnold Schwarzenegger, like he just said.
That's it.
So when you was at school, did you actually think, I want to be a wrestler, professional wrestler, cage fighter? What was your ambition? What did you think you were going to be in the future?
When I was in school, I left all this wrestling and all this stuff behind me. I wanted to be a professional bodybuilder, to be honest. I wanted to do bodybuilding all the way. You know?
Even when you was at school?
I mean, what sort of school are you talking? When I was doing wrestling, I didn't think of bodybuilding, but when I was about 15, 16, when I come to the secondary school, over there I started doing bodybuilding, and since then, that was the only thing what I was doing for another 5 years since then.
Cool. So, in preparation, how do you prepare your mind in order to go into a ring, see your opponent, and all of a sudden flick that switch and go for it and do your opponent? What do you think of? What sets you off?
Well, once I'm in the ring, that just naturally will come. I don't think of anything else, you know what I mean? My mind just switch off on its own. That's just the way how I am. I don't listen to my coaches, I don't listen to anyone, but they all come from before. I mean, you're getting ready for each fight, you get about 12-week notice, and within them 12 weeks, every day you train, all the pain what you go through, you think of your opponent, you think it's all his fault, so you get in your mind ready then. But actually on that night, when you're in the cage, that the mind just go out of the window, you know.
So what's the average week's training for you? What say from Monday to Sunday? What do you do?
Well, we do a bit of everything. As people who are training, they know what they don't training is a mixed martial arts. You got so many, as a cage fighter, you got so many categories what you need to know. We're talking about wrestling from background where I come from. Then I need to know boxing, I need to know kickboxing, I need to know Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I need to be fit, so I have to put in my week training some fitness. I have to keep my strength, so I have to do weights. So in that week you have to fit all these categories and you do them on the separate days. For example, one day you're gonna be having wrestling training, next day you're gonna have a kickboxing, next day you're just gonna have a boxing, next day Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. If you do these techniques in the morning, in the afternoon you come for the sparring, in the evening you're gonna do the weights, or next day you turn it around, you start your day with the weights, you do all your strength training when you're most strong in the morning. Then you do your sparring, and in the evening you do techniques and some conditioning, running and all the cardio, circuit trainings. It's so many and I'm training in London shoot, so I'm leaving it to my coaches. They setting up my plan for whole week, and every day I turn up to the gym, we do bits and pieces, you know. So then again, it depends. You can't tell every week is gonna be the same, you know. I mean, when we try to get getting ready for 12 weeks before, the 12 weeks before the fight, the week is gonna look a little bit different than 8 weeks before the fight, and it's gonna look completely different 3 weeks before the fight. But it's still gonna be build all these aspects, like I said, different martial arts, different strength and different fitness, and you have to combine it and put it all together. Of something you do a little bit less 12 weeks before, something you do a little bit more, and then the other way around 3 weeks before.
So you don't get injuries and anything else.
Yeah, exactly that. Like 8 weeks before the fight, you're gonna be sparring every other day, if not every day. You know, and maybe 2 weeks before the fight, you're gonna slow it a little bit down, not just for the injuries, but you don't want to get some silly cut or something what could open in the fight. You know, so.
How do you stay focused and driven in order to, like, when you're getting near to a fight, you've been doing this for 12 weeks, you've been on not a really strict diet, you've been on a consistent diet for that amount of time. How do you stay focused and driven so you don't think, right, I've really had enough of this, I'm tired, I'm worn out? How do you keep yourself going?
Isn't anything you do is like bodybuilders, like cage fighters, of any other sportsmen, you know, I mean, you have to, that's the thing what you do, that's the thing what you do for a living. I mean, I got 2 kids, I have to do it, if not for me, I have to do it for them, and it's just the dedication, and from the dedication, the best people they become, like in bodybuilding or anything else. You have to stay focused, and if you are, you become the best. If not, you become average, and I've never been average in anything what I've done. I've never been average in wrestling, I've never been average in bodybuilding. When I was doing it, I'm not average in cage fighting, and it's not just the way I want to go. I want to be the best in anything I do. Now I'm doing cage fighting, that's the thing what I want to do. I want to be the best, and I'm going to be the best.
I've been to, obviously, as you know, lots of your fights, and we've been in the ring after the fights to see, you know, how you've done, and you're over the moon and everything else. But how do you, when you're in the ring, do you see that you've got better strong points than others? What are your strong points?
Well, my strong points, like you said, you've been to many of my fights before. You're always moaning they don't last very long, so it's pointless for you to coming down. But my strong points is, I mean, it depends on opponent as well.
But you're great on the floor, aren't you?
Yeah, well, it's become from the wrestling as well. I mean, I got decent ground and pound, one of the best in England, I believe, which I work on with my coaches in London shoot. So. And because I got very good wrestling, I think one of the best wrestlings in the country, so I'm taking my opponents down and keep them there. So, but then again, I become a professional MMA fighter, so I have to work on anything. So in the moment, I would like to believe I'm quite confident standing up on the ground in the wrestling. So, but my strong points now probably gonna be because I finally listened to my coaches, my managers. I died down from heavyweight to light heavy, and I think I'm gonna be. Maybe from a wrestling background or bodybuilding background, I'm going to be super strong for 93 kilos for light heavyweight. So that's going to be my strong point.
I've seen obviously how you train. I've seen you in the gym doing your weights, and you know you're very, very powerful, very, very powerful. You know, even in the cage, the guys that are loads heavier than you and everything else, when we've been to certain fights, you just pick them up and smash them on the floor. You know, you're seriously strong. If some guy was to maybe last a few longer than a couple of minutes in the ring, because normally you've pounded them by then, have you got a plan B that you could possibly revert to if you need to? Is there a plan B?
Like I said, now I'm professional, there is always plan B. I mean, I had a 3-5 minutes fight in UFC, you know, which was quite hard for me. The plan B didn't exactly work. But I learned from it, and for the future there is definitely a plan B. Like I said, we're turning now a bit of everything, and I should be confident standing up and going down on the ground, especially for my next fight. I'm fighting Lewis Kane, which is a world class and world known fighter all around. I mean, he's awesome on the floor, he's awesome in the stand up. So there's got to be plan B. But my main thing is just go there and destroy opponents. So this is what I'm always gonna do. And if you don't go this way, there is going to be some plan B. Depends on the opponent as well.
So, what is the game plan against Lewis Kane? Is there a game plan at the moment, apart from just obviously staying strong and focused and
yeah, there's always game plan on before the fight. Unfortunately, go out of the window when you when you get in the ring, you know. So, but the game plan is like you said, stay focused. Especially he's Brazilian, very good jiu-jitsu. He's good on the floor. I cannot be taking him down because he's a Muay Thai Thai boxing champion as well. He got very decent stand-up. He's a southpaw as well, which is going to be new for me. My first fight, but I'm fighting someone left-handed, so I have to be careful with that.
You have to hurt his left hand.
Well, I have to hurt him all over. So yeah, very important fight for me, for his as well. His job is on the line. You know what I mean? He had a couple of losses, but against world-class fighters like a Nogueira. So he's a definitely world-class fighter and very hard fight for me. So.
Should be interesting.
It's going to be interesting.
But you're going to win, aren't you?
Oh, well,
definitely.
I'm not going to lose, you know.
So, we've covered all your fighting, your cage work and everything else. What do you do in your spare time when you go home in order to switch off from it all and be Karlos the home man, the dad, to relax? What's your passions?
Well, I've got 2 kids. I mean, they don't let you relax too much, but my passions, they are mainly 2 things. I love fish. I like big fish tanks. I got massive fish tank home. I got about 10-foot fish tank.
I've seen the fish tank.
It's a proper big one. I like everything.
It's a swimming pool, in fact.
That's it. And cars. I love BMWs. You know, that's another my interest. So I love a bit of BMW. You know, so have a nice little ride after training. Take your mind
music
away.
up.
That's it. Music up. That's the one.
Okay, Karlos. Any advice that you would give a young guy who sees you, what you do, thinks, right, that's what I want to do, that's excellent, I'm good. What advice would you give a beginner who wants to step into the cage?
A beginner who wants to step in the cage, maybe don't do the same mistake as what I done when I stepped into the cage. Go there with basically no training of MMA, you know, just get in there for the sake of it. I probably should step and hang about a little bit longer. The main thing is at first find some decent gym. It could be any gym, depends what area you are. You just have to search it on the internet. Could be where I'm training, London Shoot Fighters. It's one of the best gyms. It is the best gym in England. It's one of the best gyms in Europe. It's awesome.
You've also got Monster Gym here today. This is Monster Gym, where this is probably one of the biggest gyms regarding free weights, and you've got a big boxing area here as well. Basically, Monster Gym is awesome. Especially if you want to go into bodybuilding as well. And I know Karlos trains here as well as myself and a few other guys.
I used to start in the Monster Gym. I used to train here with the Mehmet, with my personal trainer. I mean, they got everything you need over here. They've got cage, couple of boxing rings, bags and stuff. Yeah, and yeah, you just need a decent coach behind you. I mean, you got only down the road from here in Titan as well. Like I said, you got London Shoot Fighters, you got Monster Gym. So in this area where we are now, there's loads of decent gym, and that's what you need to do first. Go in there, listen to the coach, speak to them, and try and get them to help you to get ready for your first fight or whatever you want to do. So,
because you also train at Body Limits over in St Albans as well.
Yeah, I'm training Body Limits. I'm there for years now, but I'm only doing my weights over there. Yeah. My weight training, but it's a big part.
Very good gym for weights, isn't it? Very good gym.
It is a good. It's an old school. Very many good bodybuilders go in there where they can help you with your diet. The Abu, Charles Clermont, and all these guys. So I'm training over there, and weight training is a big part of my training.
Cool. Right then, Karlos. Thank you very much, mate.
Cheers, mate.
We'll see you soon. Take care.